Hello again, everyone. This is World Grand Prix, also known as the Circuit. It is a fantastic little 1980s racing game for the Sega Master System. Kind of the forerunner of things like Super Monaco Grand Prix. Based on the same engine as Hang On, so you know it's a classic. It's got beautiful backgrounds, it's got beautiful courses. And you can play in 12 course mode. I do sound all like the last guy, yes. And today we are going to do what is called Construct a Course. So, you've got various different shapes here. You've got ziggy-zaggy bits, you've got curvy bits, you can loop-de-loop, you've got curves, tight bits, hairpins, and we've got 128 of those, and we can construct a course, and you can loop over bits, and you can do what you want. And what we can do is create the RGL JANKuary Jaceway, or Janeway, and then we can race that and put it on SRC. So I'm going to look back through the chat briefly and see what people have suggested. You can suggest anything you want, and I will race it for you. And the good news is, if you've seen me fail Marble Madness 3 times this week, I can't fail this one because it's just a time trial. What we got? So, hairpin turns, I see. So, what's a hairpin? Let me think. Big old tight thing, isn't it? So we'll do a couple of those. Jumps, I'm afraid we don't have any jumps because it's quite an old game. Waves. Waves, what would that be? Like a sort of a... like this sort of thing? Or like this, maybe? Like a tidal wave? Yeah. Can we make a... yes, we can do a circle. We can loop around as well, so we can go all the way around and back on where we were. And if you're really good at this, actually, you can do drawings. So if somebody wants to draw versus OJ, or write poop, or silly things like that, we can do whatever we want. So I know we've got a request for hairpins. We've got Yeldrake in RGL, so let's make his cone. There's Yeldrake's cone. Any more suggestions, or shall I just finish this course off and race it? Oh yes, I forgot to mention the gimmick of this game. Yes. If you hit other cars in this at full speed, you explode. So this is not a game for beginners. And I will shout out Chess Jerk, who has done a phenomenal job on all 3 levels of this game. Let's see what's janky. Do this, do a big old tight turn here. Loop back around again. Do this. And then have some of this shenanigans going on. Overwrite the course. More intersections, that's a good idea. Like this. Get it crossing over itself, because of course. Okay, how are we doing? I think that looks pretty janky, don't you, chat? It's a really cool editor. It's like you can have so much fun with this. And the world record for the shortest track is 21 seconds. It's a pretty good challenge to get, actually, because you have to go on the inside line. And you have to know how you handle the braking, and the cars can really mess you up. So, suffer I will. Here is the RGL JANKuary Jaceway. Here we go. 2 gears. I have no idea where I'm going. Oh lord. So, big old hairpin turn. These signs on the outside are lethal as well. If I get through this crashless, I think I'm going to have a glass of whiskey tonight. But I don't think I'm going to win that bet. These cars will change on you at the last moment. Yeah! No, you don't. if you're really good at this, you can break and knock off the other cars like pinball. And it's one of those games where sometimes you can, and sometimes it just hands you your ass. Yeah! Scary. Call me Mary, for it is scary. Yeah! Into the circle. The OJ circle. Sponsored by OJ. Yeah! Keep turning. Yeah! Keep turning. And the world record for the actual game of this is 15:52, rude, by AlphaNode. And I'm going to shout that run out because that is a phenomenal run. Because in the real game, if you qualify beneath the course time on each course, you can get upgrades. He upgrades his engine and he upgrades his handling, which means that it's much nippier than this. And yet he's beaten Chessjerk by like 15 seconds, which is phenomenal. Because if any of you out there know how good of a racer he is, well, yeah! Oh, into the elf sign. Into the elf sign. Boom. So game overing is a real possibility in the actual game because it gives you a qualifying time you've got to get under. Yeah! I would love to read chat a little bit more while I'm playing this, unfortunately I cannot. I can only console you with the fact that we're going to play a proper game next. And these cars love to double team you on the straights, I'll tell you that. Crash. If you thought Super Monaco GP was bad, no, this is bad. Into the intersection highway. Can you just imagine if the US roads were built like this, how much more interesting that would be. I'll also say you can play this at 50 frames a second, we don't mind, so if you want a bit of extra reaction time, well, good luck to you. But the calibration for turning in this feels very slightly off, so like, there are times you'll feel like you're turning a little bit too much or not enough. Yeah! Sharp. Really nice animation for the early 80s as well, like 86, I mean it's only a couple of years after pole position. It's a really well done game. And being a bike racer with Super Hang-On, it took me a while to get used to this one, I will admit. Because I'm used to being a lot more aggressive. This one, it's a much more defensive game. And part of the defensiveness, at least with this course, is I don't remember how sharp turns are. Lol. Yeah! Not doing badly. He said crashing. Commentator's curse. Lol. You get your money's worth here at RGL. And if you think this is janky, I've got a fighting game later on, because we're going to be playing Street Fighter 2 on the Master System in a little while. And I know you're thinking, did I say that right? Yes, Street Fighter 2 on the Master System. I think we're nearly done. There's only this final bend to go. Only a few crashes, not too bad, but a fun little game. You can race the individual courses on their own, you can create something for your friends. Really good replay value. Hey! 444, 412 in game. Challenge the same course? I wonder what I'm going to say. I'm going to say no. Hello MTI. That's World Grand Prix, thank you so much for watching. I've got 3 games left. My next one is the Jewel in the Crown. It is going to be on Undy and Don LaVille on the Game Boy. We'll be back in a moment with some 8-bit goodness.